Albert Tirrell was a wealthy young man from a prominent family in Weymouth, Massachusetts. In 1845, at the age of 21, he left his wife and two children to follow his mistress, Maria Bickford, to Boston. She was a sex worker who lived in a brothel in the city. The moment that Albert's eyes landed on Maria, he was in love. She was beautiful, successful, and independent. Despite Albert giving up everything for her, she did not want to give up the world's oldest profession. She was not some desperate woman working in a back alley. Her clients were all wealthy and afforded her a lifestyle of great luxury. She had her own maid. She wore nothing but the most extravagant, expensive outfits. On December 27th, 1845, she was found in her room deceased. Her throat was cut 6 inches across and 3 inches deep, nearly decapitating her. The room was filled with smoke as someone attempted to torch the brothel in an effort to cover up the crime. A razor lay at the foot of the bed, still covered in blood. Tyrell's cane and vest rested on a chair in the room. But Tyrell was nowhere to be found. He went back to his family in Weymouth and got some money. He then went to New York, and by some accounts, he may have crossed the border into Canada and planned to sail to Liverpool. Despite all his running around, he was picked up in New Orleans and dragged back to Boston for trial. Albert Tirrell was seen in the brothel after Maria's last customer left that day. He was seen bartering for a horse, looking like he was urgent to get away. There was solid evidence that he was traveling all around the country and possibly even to other countries or planning to go to other countries. His clothing was at the scene of the crime. It is damning as all of this seems. It's all circumstantial. Tyrell's lawyer, Rufus Cho, offered up an alternate theory as to who murdered Bickford and set 3 fires in the brothel. His initial suggestion was perhaps Maria cut her own head almost completely off. The jury wasn't buying that theory, so Choate offered up something else. Tyrell was sleepwalking, and well in a nightmare-induced trance, he killed his lover and tried to cover it up. Whether or not it really is the case, it was enough to give the jury reasonable doubt, and Tyrell was found innocent. The case set an historic precedent on a sleepwalking defense. He went on to live another 34 years as a free man.